What's up, greasy garage dwellers? I'm Chuck. This is Up Chuck Chops. Thanks for joining me. I've got a mess to clean up. Hang out. I also have new coils to put on the CB900 and see if we have spark. Stay tuned. Now I have that out of the way. Got some room to work. Let's open up my box of coils, see what's in there. Wonder if I got a sticker. Alright, all I did with these was open the top of the box, make sure stuff was there. I got boots, I have wires, and wires, and boots, packing slip. These came from 4 into 1. The number 4 into the number 1. Came from these guys right here. They came highly recommended in a CB900 owners, fans, work on me website. I also have a rectifier that's supposed to be in the mail from Florida from eBay. Was supposed to get here today, the 21st, or to Saturday, the 23rd, I think. So far, they have not showed up. And from digging through the box, I got no stickers from 4 into 1. There's strike one. If these coils work as advertised, fit as advertised, strike will be rescinded. Could not find a single coil from this outfitter. And if my old rectifier, is that word right? Yeah, rectifier does not work. And the one I have ordered does not work. 4 into 1 also has a rectifier voltage regulator combo. I can't tell if the wires all are going to jive or not. So, for what that's worth. Outward appearances seem to look good. Parts seem to match. I guess they figure that is enough for 2 plug wires. And this is enough for 2 plug wires. Since I have 2 coils, I might as well replace 2 coils. I'll keep the old good one for a spare. I guess there's nothing to do but get started. Per our learning session a few videos ago, and as most manuals recommend, first things first is battery removal. I'm not a smart man, but I know sparkles are bad from the battery. Correction, sparkles are bad when you don't intend to have them, and they come from the battery. Safety measures in place. The next bit I'm going to do is I'm going to put the old rectifier back on because it is an unknown, and then I will change out the coils. Changing out the rectifier is not a particularly difficult task. This plug routes the body, for lack of a better word, mounts here, both of them with this one bolt, and the wires and plug mount down through here and snap into that plug right there. It came apart pretty easily, so that's a big old plus right there, because I didn't have to fight and break something and You know, the little tabs, they always, bam, then you're toast. So I'm going to route my plug through into the general area. Okay, I will need to tighten that up in a minute. Now, in this mess of wires, I need to fish that back through there. This through there. That is hard to see. That's better. And then I need to plug them in together. I think it's together. For people who want to know, that bolt right there is a 10 mil. Doggone it. Now they're crooked, and that's going to bother me, even though it really doesn't matter in the whole wide world of things. That makes me feel better. They're nice and even. Alright, in a video or two ago, I took the coil off on the other side for cylinders 1 and 4. Let's go ahead and pop off the coil for 1 and 3 because, like I said, I have the coil. I might as well replace the coil. And in the kit came plug wires. Might as well. Alright, so those 2 and 3 are off. And I also mentioned that this bracket that holds the coil, it might be easier to remove the bracket and then the coils. So we will just unplug these, remove the bracket, and see if my thoughts were correct. Can you see here? That is a black and white wire. It is on the outside of the cylinder 2-3 coil. That right there, it's hard to see, is a yellow wire. It is on the left hand side of 2 and 3 coil. I'm always scared of wire connections. There's that. And that. Okay, those are loose. Out of the way. Back on the other side of the bike. These are the 2 bolts that hold this bracket on, that holds the coils. This is the important ground that needs to be into that bracket for everything to work right. There is a captured nut on the other side. Okay, that's loose. And that's loose. I don't know if it's finger loose. It is. Okay. There's the ground. And now the second nut, or screw, bolt, excuse me. And I'm just going to lay it there on the cylinder head very gently. Put my bolts back in so they do not get lost. Put this bolt through the ground wire so I don't forget about it later. Now, bracket and coil, there should be a way to slide this out. Okay, there's a little spot there. Can you see it? Right there's a clip. It's holding my wires. Okay, I very gently fished the coil and bracket out. It is now upside down and backwards, but I can see the clip wires run through, and these are to the 2-3 coil, not the 1-4 coil. They're yellow and black and white. The 1-4 coil is blue and black and white. I'm not sure if that is intended to come loose or not. And look at that. There's a crack there. Well, now, see that crack? That's not awesome. So it might be just, it might be trash too. But it was working. So we'll probably still hang on to it. Alright, let's get that screwdriver. Kids, don't use screwdrivers for pry bars. They're not intended for it. Adults, you're going to do this anyhow. Every tool is a hammer, unless it is a screwdriver. Then it is also a chisel. Come on, come free. Go to your home, or come out of your home. There it is. Alright, that's a win. Right hand side, coil. Left hand side, coil. Also known as cylinders 1-4, cylinders 2-3. Goes like this. See? This is why I video things. Not only for my own entertainment, but for yours too. And this side, because this is the right hand coil, goes on the back side over here. The only reason I knew that was because the way that it is. Alright, let's see if we can mount new coils to old bracket and get them back in. Oh, it is not a full bracket. There is no connection. It may have been wiser to leave these in the bike. Yeah, winning. So now I'm going to have to be even more careful not to get things upside down, backwards, and sideways. Front of bike. Back of bike. Just like that. This goodish coil with a split in the case, I'm going to mark it, because you just never know when you're going to need one of these. We'll put it over in the parts pile. Alright. Assembly time. I'm not really, it's just hard to get my fingers in there, so I'm just snugging this. Okay, just snug. Just snug. Are you serious? There. I wonder if I will be able to fish these through or not together. I guess we'll find out shortly. We are ready for a coil install. I'm going to go ahead and take my 2 bolts out and then see if I can fish the 2 coils while they are on the brackets in through where they need to be. That wasn't bad. Cables are in the way. And now I'm making a shadow. Awesome. And it is buried. There it is. That one started. This one's next. Please note the importance of that ground wire. Verdict is, it probably would have been easier to pull all the coils than it was to pull them individually out of the motorcycle. Just pull them both at the same time and be done with it. That's my recommendation. Now, I probably should have plugged in my leads before tightening these. So we'll struggle with that for a minute. Okay, timeout. I should have put the leads on first. This is probably the way I should have done it in the first place, but live and learn, right? Try to take the least amount of stuff apart I can to save myself headache later. Alright, I gotta fish that back through there. It came out once, it's gotta go through again. There it goes. Almost. Home free. Black and white to the inside. Now I'm second guessing myself. I'll have to go look at the diagram in a second, but I believe that's the way it goes. Negative. I switched these two. I'm not sure why that would be backwards, but it is. And there they are attached. I need to get my pliers. I don't know. I don't really need to crimp that down. Alright. That. Now you can see better from this angle anyhow. Snug these up, and the coil swap will be complete.